Office of the Special Prosecutor an issue, you know, and what's my me find your politics be brave. And so it to convince you as a force. You can for your taswampa.
I'm just serious. I think they should just shut up. Now, no more because you see, maybe ye genesis here no Ghana for have gotten to a point they want people to be held accountable for their crimes.
Yes.
Because you may know many several other people over the years consistently lambasted Kenufureta for some of the criminal dealings in some Nemana or put to the economy of this country in danger. And he acted now or acted time, no, now it was in good spirit. Now say or they have been fine brabe you are no baby you are no. But his unwillingness, the reluctance on his part to even make appearance or baby no no chere say some na ye cano indeed dream na na audio mine would because be so nyana for
why some na kan
Kenofrata some na make onyana for because no one be president and your friend say me what say brabe finance minister and then he was playing lord over even his own party people. When this office of the special prosecutor was created, my first comment, I remember it very well, say it was nothing but a useless creation.
Office of the
Office of the Special Prosecutor.
Your first comment? My
first comment, I remember it very clear. Our Radio Universe, our University of Ghana campus.
Does it still remain a useless?
It's still an amfasobe na baso. Mo kasa also on chia koko. Menu also on chia bebe. Nti no amfasobe na also. So it still remains a useless creation. Makase. So where your mind as a person fighting corruption. It's not about the many institutions you create. It is about the political will on the part of the actors to make sure say available office no more on all resources to be at their effective way of making media adwuma. Office of the Special Prosecutor and I'm for say independent, but in the first place independent because I answerable to the Attorney General Department because a static case or take here. The Attorney General can file for discontinuation of the case. So where lies your independence as a body? There is no independence. Akufo-Addo created that thing because he thought Martin Amidu at the time was better. So he was going to harvest his bitterness against the NDC and use him against people in the previous government. That is the whole enterprise for setting up this special prosecutor. Martin Amidu proved himself to be a tough person of conviction who will not allow himself to be used as a toy to satisfy Obi political agenda. No? And now back and forth now, or the resigning coffee, you know. Then this gentleman comes into the picture. Go back and check the budgetary allocation to his office from 2022 up to now is over 500 million Ghana cedis. Now bisa won say so be na Ghana nya free so cause onyam fa akukọ kran kokọ to makukọ ndi for there be a press conference now oba no sounding so emotional hymns and then no ka we there be a wo de obi etata na obi ma wo nya wadwuma and why don't you resign and go home? It means the willingness in the name as the fight corruption now. They set it that particular office, you know, that wasn't idea. It was just there just to play around issues, just to make people know, say, oh, baby, when you know in reality, on your share. So the intent Akufo-Addo, they set up the special prosecutor and say,
I see.
Because ordinance I say, oh yeah, but in reality, he's not doing anything. Me tia Abrante no kind of the spokesperson I made that cause when I say, your friend say, when him say NDC for the pressure ma Attorney General NDC for one the pressure ma your friend say, in the Ghana obi can some and the papa na NDC for one the pressure ma Attorney General this for no more to go for no more your friend say Nigeria for. They are Ghanaians. And they are entitled to, because every Ghanaian, before the election, you know, we got convinced a certain group of criminals stole our money. And we want them to be held accountable. And when I cover that particular case, and I also we investigate it. Because the entire this whole extradition process, I have a problem. They say, JB, this is how it is. Answer a bit me extradition will be from the US, you know. First, what you do, they say, indict the person by a court of competent jurisdiction. But to do that, you know, you also need all the facts available case, you know. Then you officially document relevant legal laws. Indeed, now what's the Foreign Affairs Ministry Attorney General, we are communicating through the diplomatic channels to the US, your friends, the Department of Justice, and then your friends at the State Department. So the State Department will look at all these facts. With their command no. Now will be some relevant questions. China mo chinipa no. In the first place, are there no more accusing is why no? A crime or Ghana, but the corona is it a crime in the United States of America? And if they're able to find that connection, then it means that your market will go with him. Then you bisa say, case now what charging the panel is it politically motivated? And I say, just watch hunting. To prove that, you will need to have investigation now. Kissi Agyebeng, no kroma say because I never check and never show cause indeed. As some like company panel, and yes, a political witch hunting investigation. Now, investigation facts na can near I say indeed. I didn't any panaya no Ghana madam wabumbra and sa at the corner sign a boomra so our United States of America because political corruption anywhere in any civilized democratic dispensation a crime across border cross-border crime so DOJ and the State Department established that particular thing then they will have to take it to a court in America the magistrate court for a judge to also determine all these facts to make a point say indeed. And some na Ghana for air can say Abrantia na ye we no say no crash so the judge will also give it a pass. Then it will be referred back to the State Department and the State Department will make the final determination. And in making that final determination, they will have to look at other facts as well. And human rights violations.
Which will not be extremely too much difficult for a government to
exactly. So I'm laying out the process that has to be followed. So I say I'm not say idea messy. Ain't me mother Attorney General and go ahead to do that. I had the critical fact because you can't just say fact to be the fact now what they call will be subjected to judicial review in America by a court of competent jurisdiction. And here you need a court of competent jurisdiction to indict him. And this is who need fact now at the end of we're not saying what they call catch America for an fine. That is why the AG is unable to proceed because relevant facts now the American authorities will have to examine to establish the legal sanctity. Say indeed nipa na ye no say na tie no ansa na yaka ho asem. And then the last time Betana Kachira said whenever you are dealing with extradition na say nipa no play I am sick card make this whole process nonsense. Especially when he's able to show cause indeed on your well, they will have to also go through another legal process. What are some American? So at the end of the day, it's not as easy as. But Nina say nipa no mbedi o man say mamboye for to the point to say at the papa no ya nka wa ukrom ni o ma me firi papa firi ha say. Won so nko nkoto obi krom pretend say we yara when indeed you are walking gallivanting on the street of the United States of America on daily basis. That alone indeed and Crawford mbedi o man so ya mamboye for because Abanisa na finance minister won't even go ukrom. Do you think that is an easy distance for you? The whole finance minister, you cannot go back to your own country or so you see, for me, the office of the Special Prosecutor and Debia Maka, Kissi Agyebeng minimno, they can who minimno. I don't care about them. The office is a useless creation and a further burden on the taxpayer. Let us dissolve that particular office and for so be a niso. Now resources now they finance the office of the Special Prosecutor. No, young fan called the AG's department. Now you widen the capacity. Now you're making sure say they are able to have the various regional offices will also be effective. Some because prosecution and again, I've listened to a lot of people who argue say second of all Argentina. Yen trying in absentia. You see, it doesn't work straightforward just like that. Because for a court or TSS or try or be in absentia, no, you must have exhausted all the alternatives available. Into court of a country say, did you follow through with extradition process? What's it there be? Then how do you want me to? Yen try in absentia. It cannot happen in the court. What I say. So we need to exhaust this particular process first. Now say at the Papa be and Frima and no now bet me say try in absentia. And Ghana will not be the first country to try people in absentia. Makacho after the Second World War, Nazi for no mudis and se most of them, even though they were dead, they were tried in absentia. But Kendo for people should also know him for who he is as a person. These are mamboyafo mbetena oman so a omodo oman ne bedi agro be ye nsemhunu ene ono ankasa ne krokro so ntimi mbam. So for me, I think that you see the Attorney General should look at other issues. Now we know say or the need to Kissi Agyebeng so they should take full custody of the entire investigation, and they should push it to any other investigative body to work on this particular thing and speed up the process. Because if there is anybody prosecuting and now Ghana will be happier. It's kind of because of the economic way of and for the office of the Special Prosecutor, it's not personal. I think the office is a useless creation and must be disbanded. Let us take the act back to Parliament and revoke it and make sure we keep wasting state resources.